So Chipotle, it split a couple weeks ago, and then it suffered a recent decline. So what's the deal with Chipotle now? Is it time to start buying Chipotle stock?
I think so. I will slowly ease into it. I do want to see the succession plan because when you lose a great CEO like the one they lost, it does have an impact. Now, they do have great systems in place. I do like the stock. I do want to see what changes they will make after losing him because some people are just great drivers of a business. He was one of them. But if we're going to be very honest, like that stock, one of the biggest mistakes that I made is when they had that deep dip and I sold off a few years ago.
2018.
And it goes to show, like, and even though like I made it up in other AMD, NVIDIA, Lilly, stuff like that, like it just shows the power of holding and letting the restructuring. Well, I am a great example of that. Before Elon got there was not as much fanfare for the stock. Just holding through every wave of ups and downs is really key. But fundamentally, the business is still great. Profit margins is great. We talked about it on Blackout. It's like one of the only fast food places I feel comfortable like going to because of the quality. So yeah, great company. I will look to add some positions to it now. And I think it's one of those companies that you cannot miss out on for like the next 5 or 6 years.
I'm with you. I mean, it just feels like a natural progression. It's kind of what we talked about when stock split and we just saw it happen in NVIDIA. I think the double whammy pause is that you change your CEO right after that. And so people don't like uncertainty. Mm-hmm. And for the past 5 years, definitely during the pandemic, we've seen Chipotle just after that 2018 when they had the food.
That crisis was big. That would have crippled Subway.
Yeah, it was tough, and they took a hit for it, but they recovered nicely. We covered it. What Brian Nicole did to get them back on track. Mm-hmm. So now you lose that leader. Now what? And so I think his effective date is as the new CEO of Starbucks is September 9th.
Right when the rate cuts come.
Right. So you're talking about like in the next week or two, you're gonna name whose predecessor is. That will be important to the future of the stock. But it is a short stock. Like I said, the margins are great. So if it's a stock that was on your watch list and you've been waiting to pull back, like a guy like me, this might be a good time.
Can we talk about the importance of keeping momentum at all costs? Because maybe 15 years ago, Subway was Chipotle. And now I'm worried if Subway is even going to survive.
Subway has the most restaurants in the country.
One of the deepest pullbacks I've seen. Just like sales are through the floor.
And they've watched the model. Like Chipotle has definitely come in and taken over. Kava is now.
Absolutely. Kava's. I mean, if you put yoga mat in your bread.
But the thing about Kava is that they don't have that many locations yet. Yeah. So the growth and the potential for growth is still there. So they come into space. Subway is now for the first time adjusting prices. So the
mistake.
Right. But what they're doing here's what they're doing though, right? So like one of the plans is like, let's give them more with a little bit of an elevated price. And so like, let's say it was a meal that would have cost $16.99. They're now selling that for $7.99. So they're trying to infuse new ways to generate income, but it's tough, right? When people start looking at healthier options, not that Chipotle is the healthiest option, but it feels like it's a sophisticated fast food. Kava is now in that space. You got a couple other companies that are in the space. So it's tough. It's tough. You have to be innovative. They don't have the mobile part component.
I mean, but it's hard to build a mobile part if the food isn't good. Would you eat at Subway?
Would I eat? No, I don't eat fast food, but I eat a tuna fish sandwich if I had to.
From Subway?
Yeah, but I don't.
I used to eat the teriyaki chicken. Years back. It was all right.
The tuna sandwich is good.
Yeah.
Did they hit me up about the chocolate thing?
Subway?
Too. No, Shotty's payday thing. They said it's not really a candy. Somebody texted me that.
It's not.
How's it not a candy?
It's not a candy bar.
What is it?
What is it?
I don't know. They said there's no chocolate in it.
A candy
you can
bar.
have a candy bar without chocolate, can't you?
Can you?
Why not? That's a prerequisite to be a candy bar. So it has to have chocolate. Somebody gave me a payday too, actually.
That's smart. Yeah. See, that's what they be listening. Shout out to everybody that gave me a fist bump. Appreciate you.
Yeah.
Shout out to Food Cupid that offered the hand sanitizer. Appreciate you.
Thank you. That was amazing.
I didn't know that. I thought it was a chocolate. It's peanuts and caramel. What is it?
Oh, I thought it was just candy in a rectangle shape. I don't know. I'm not a Hershey's connoisseur. Shout out to her. But I think it's really important for these brands, because we're going through a shift. Like even with Starbucks, Dutch Bros is catching fire.
Yeah.
So like, can you guys talk about the importance of keeping momentum while the brand is hot and not falling back?
It's the company line. We say it to each other all the time. Don't leave it while you're hot. That's how May screwed up.
Shout out to Betha.
Right? Like when it's hot, pour gasoline on it.
You got to find a way.
Right. And the way to do that is to be consistent. And so most people, after a run like we just had leading up to Invest Fest, people don't realize the work that it takes. That is an entire festival.
Yeah.
Market Monday still happens. Earn Your Leisure still happens. Blackout still happens. There's other businesses that are happening, but you have to be consistent with all of them. And so that's what keeps you hot, is because people can rely on you and they know you're going to be consistent. And the consistency brings trust. Absolutely. And with that trust, now people feel like, all right, I can go to them. You get people from other businesses saying, oh, those are the guys.
Reliability is so key.
Yeah, you become the pillar of the space, because it's like, all right, we can trust them. We know they're consistent. They've been here for a while. They're vetted. We like these guys. Let's rock with them.
Yeah, most people wouldn't have had the night that we had last night in this show.
Allegedly.
Well, no legend for me, it was a vibe. Woo.